The DejaVu with the majority of your bans here in today's match. The second team will. Busan, Coliseo, and Shambali are going to be your, in Circuit are going to be your bans here from today. And then Hypnos for Hybrid have banned out Midtown. Bringing us to your map pool. Elios, Kings Row, Runasapi, Saravasa, and Watchpoint, Gibraltar. Maybe my margins will stop breaking. I doubt it. I fixed that directly before this match, too. Directly before this match. All right. Looks like Xenix leading the charge on this squad. Gowan and Chuck. DPS. Gowan apparently streams POVs here for DejaVu. Be sure to go drop them a follow. Support all of our Path to Pro players, you know, making the grind, trying to stream, get the matches out there. I respect it so much. It's a huge help and really good for the scene. All right, we are gonna get Genji out of Chuck, stop things off versus the Tracer Cass on the other side. Looks like Chuck's able to grab some positioning on top of the windmill itself, with Gowan giving him a little cover from this right-hand side. Chalk looking for somebody to set up on here in the back. Sleek has already snuck in underneath, putting some pressure on Gowan, trying to take the hit scan out of the fight early. Didn't quite get what they wanted, ends up having to use that recall. Don't think that dynamite landed though, and Seek's still a threat in the back. Meanwhile, Hypnos have managed to grab first cap here already. Just a little check behind. I think a little flank check on the Tracer is now underneath in a bit of a duel with Shaq. Control of this off angle, but Pingu is able to find first blood on Nutlix on the outside. Comes in, try to save Matriera, but don't think had the packs to go around, and Xenix has managed to pick up a couple of key picks. Good trades on the back of this fight from DejaVu, though still for 30% on the board counting here from Hypnos. No real winner on that flank side. Sleek did try to throw a pulse in here on the back of the fight, but Chalk and Gowan are standing tall. DejaVu are coming up with our first round of ultimates here in this series. Oh, Proxy getting picked off from the top. Trying to bite off more than they can chew there. Taking the orbital ray out of this fight. Something that DejaVu could have desperately needed. You try to wrestle control and get things back before the sub-map gets into a desperate situation. As it stands, this could be one, maybe 1.5 more attempts from DejaVu if they can't get it done. Like, if they can't get it done on the next one, that last one's going to get very desperate. It's going to be really close, depending on how quick this goes, if it doesn't go in DejaVu's favor. And considering it's an orbital ray, throw it over the top, combined with the Terror Surge. And that's one of those well-timed, well-placed ultimates that I was talking about, comboed together. And the good news for DejaVu is it was, in fact, fast. All of Hypnos is kind of running back to chase down Chalk in the back line. Ooh, Chalk escapes with 45 health. Oh, they didn't see you. Oh, it doesn't make it down to the Mega. Now it's going to be an orbital ray thrown on the point in a 4v5 here from DejaVu. Sleep looping around towards the back. The rest of Hypnos just kind of holding up there on Cage side. Here comes Sleek in onto the Juno. It's not like it goes down. Now Matriera is going to throw in the Deadeye and pick up the kill onto Gowan as well. Pair of kills here for the Cowboy Hypnos. And they're going to flip this control right back over after momentarily losing it. Oop! Oop! Oh! Oh! Proxy being a little slippery there up top. Eventually, a couple shots land, and Matriera will put the space healer down. This will be a Hypnos round one. Matriera getting that early pick on the Proxy. Actually, I think it was Sleek who got the final blow, but either way, in a crucial fight where DejaVu desperately needed to get that orbital online, get that advantage to move back into the objective. Really cost him. And then kind of giving up the point a little bit for free, gotta admit, early on. So that Hypnos were able to build percentage all through first fight in what seemed to be a fairly long drawn-out fight. Both teams battling for high ground here at the start of round 2. We're going to get the Ana out here from Hypnos, with Proxy sticking on the Juno here on the other side. We also get Matriarch onto the Ashe as well, where they had played Cassidy previously in round 1. Keep an eye on Sleek. We're going to loop it around towards the bottom. Yeah, it's going to make their way up to the top, put a lot of pressure down. Matriarch is able to get a shot in from the back. Well-timed attack. Coordinated in 2 angles. Bionade layered in on top from DejaVu as well. Everything from Hypnos seems to be hitting the mark right now. All right, another attempt up top. Galvan's going to go ahead and drop. Ooh, circle around to the top of the lighthouse. The entirety of DejaVu have pushed up here. Hypnos kind of split in a bit of a 2-2, leaving Lars on point for an anchor. Bob coming in to help out, but lands on the corner. Orbital Ray thrown in on top will cover both top and bottom. Everybody gets benefit here from DejaVu, and they're able to flip the point on the back of it. Sleep tried to come in and install, but it was just a touch too late on the touch. Good kill from Gowan. Able to take Matriarch out of this fight. Nanobus thrown on to Lars, but man, Gowan gets a second pick from the outside. Damage mitigation. I don't think it's going to be enough to keep Lars alive through all that. Pulse will land on to not Lexa, though. So he going out with a bang. Lars swapping over to the Wedston. I feel like more often than not, in Season 2, when I had Final Offer on stream, Lars was on the Winston. He definitely liked to go to it. This just feels right. Yeah. Feels like the way it should be. All right, that's going to be a blade out from Chalk, immediately shut down by DejaVu in the back. Rally pop from Pingo to assist with that, keeping everybody nice and sturdy there through the Dragon Blade. Still running into 3 ultimates here on the other side. Terror Surge can be combined with either Bob or Rally and put a World of Hurt in. Gonna use it here just as a warning, as an intimidating gesture against Lars. Unfortunately, it didn't really find much out past that. Eventually, it looks like they will get Lars down. Rally having to be spent. Sleep Dart just to prevent Chalk from following up, and a Pulse Bomb from Sleek. Making things interesting here on the back of this fight. Lars dropping in through the high ground. Orbital Ray defensively used from DejaVu on this objective. Lars heading back up top. Once again, Chalk still gets that damage boost up there, not to mention the healing. Bob out, but is forced off the point there from Xenix, presumably by the Javelin spin. Stick back onto the objective, has the nano boost, but it starts to fade, and running out of reinforcements, Hypnos are running out of options. So they try to keep this going. A desperate attempt to get some reinforcements back on the point. But DejaVu will send us to round 3. Good clapback once Gowan was able to play from a little bit more range. We started to see them getting into the fights a lot more. Had that huge fight where they had the opening 2 picks. And I think just had some big impact from that regard. I didn't really notice the Bobs having big impact. It didn't seem like the ultimates were all that spectacular. It was just good old-fashioned clicking heads there from Gowan. And where Matriarch seemed to be the better the 2 hit scans in round 1, Gowan brought it back in round 2, and now we're going to get the sniper battle. Here, Widowmakers out of both for round 3. Ooh, nice little body block from Xenix, whether it was intentional or not, I'm not sure. Gowan just jumped up there. Or, excuse me. Gowan gets the shot just as Neliozu jumped up there. Clicked away that last frame. Ooh. Nelly lucky to get out with their head still intact. We're getting the Sleek Genji here for this third sub-map, by the way. The Phoenix has pushed in deep. Not having to worry about the opposing Widowmaker. Gowan has the advantage at the moment as it's up to Matriarch to try to set up. Now they're going to be able to do that. Oh, a dangerous swing out from Matriarch. Gowan just can't quite land it. Meanwhile, Chalk's managed to get the better end of the Genji duel on the outside. And the Terror Surge from Lars gets absolutely nada. Zilt shut down in its prime. I guess it's cut down in its prime. Whatever. You get what I mean. Close, but no scar. Look like that ricocheted. How cool would it be if you could like skip an energy javelin like a rock? Like you could skip it off of surfaces if it was a shallow enough angle. If it was like a 5 or 10 degree angle. Not like hard ricochet like a storm arrow, but anyway. Good shot from Gowan once again. Finding the better end of the hit scan tray. This is continuing here in round number 3. Sleek trying to go into the back. Did manage to get 99 to Blade, but did not find the kill on a Gowan. Has to back out of it. Who's, by the way, pops sights. Lands a good headshot. Uh-oh. Sleek running for cover. Meanwhile, back on the point, Xenix looks to have all the support they need here. Advantage over Lars. It makes sure cut down some of that sustain. Chalk with a Blade. Only 5 health left on that rally on the point. Chalk trying to hide in it. Here comes the rally from the other side. As the Terror Surge is thrown out there from Xenix. Pingu scrambling, gets the stun, forces Xenix back down low into the blender, and Hypnos win their first fight here on this sub-map. Not a moment too soon. Sleek was waiting on the left-hand side with the Blade for this team to push in. There's the Terror Surge, and here's the Blade to come combo with it. Surge Blade works out well. Throw in a pack of torpedoes for max value. Might as well just throw a deflect in the Reese's face. Why not? You know what? Just add a little extra spice to this dish. Tasty, tasty fighting indeed from Hypnos. Dry fight here, 84% from Neliozu on the orbital. Be the next one coming up. Sleek heading around on a deep flank into the back. I think he's trying to close the angle on this Widowmaker. Make sure fights one. There goes Sleek and gets Gowan. And there it is. Beautiful execution out of Hypnos. Both DPS finding their opposition. An ideal fight here where they don't even have to spend their orbital. Can save that one for next. And Proxy's still 28% down. We're headed to final fight. This one can get messy. Oh, no. Sleek with an early pick. Matriarch with sights up. Sleek now knows exactly how they can move in on this Juno. Proxy has got to get this orbital up if there's any chance here for DejaVu. Orbital in the back. Doesn't look to get the most value out of Neliozu. You know what? Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe it was perfect. It was just what they needed. Hypnos. They have to swing this one back from a 100 to 0. Matriarch clawing their way back in the hit scan battle. Oh, somebody else get a touch. Gowan was there. Not for long. Hypnos, kick this one off at a 1-0. I was talking about how a lot of coordination was really required to excel here in this meta. And what we saw was some pop-off hit skate. Yeah, we definitely got some cool coordinated plays. That one on screen there comes to mind. But it was really the work of Gowan and Matrier that seemed to stand out. As you can see, Matrier coming up on top when it comes down into the scoreboard at the very end. Though Gowan definitely had some awesome moments, particularly on Lighthouse. Lars with a fantastic round, leading the server in both damage and elims, 25 and 5 at 15k respectively. DejaVu got pick. Hypnos abandoning out Midtown here for map number 2. We're going to head on over to the good old Kings Row. You bet. You know we are. I actually really like this map pool. I think each of the maps, it feels like for each game type, has something a little bit different. Has something to where it's got some strength to it. You know, it feels like there's some weight behind the picks, just because of, you know, a little bit more varied styles required across the different choices. I mean, I think somebody's always going to, you know, no map pool is going to be completely ideal in all aspects. But so far I've enjoyed our Season 3 map pool. All right, let's get into Kings. Oh, I seriously doubt that is an English pronunciation. Yoriette? Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I do appreciate the support and the follow. Thank you. What are we saying? Ice cold. Sleek carry for real? Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Going back over to the Genji. Here's Hypnos coming out on the attack. Staying in the red jerseys for map number 2. Early pressure on the Gowan on the high ground. Up here protected, as one would expect, by Notlexa on the brig. Now, one thing to keep an eye on, is kind of interesting, is Xenix is down here anchoring hotel. You often see your flanker, Chalk in this case, might be the anchor, but it's a little bit more of a ground presence from the defense of DejaVu. Only 2 up top, and as such, Sleek and Pingu were able to move in and overwhelm that. Now high ground belongs to Hypnos on this attack, making this a lot more dangerous and a lot tougher for Xenix and the rest of DejaVu to stick around, hold on to any kind of ground, not to mention their lives. Gonna be a one and done here for Hypnos. And you know what? That was so far so good. Maybe you're the good luck charm. That was a hell of a fight there from Sleek. It's the opening pick, able to take over that high ground very quickly, without much trouble, moving into position and getting set up and getting on top of Gowan and covering that distance. And then cleaning up on the back end of the fight as well. Nice and squeaky clean. Dash it out here, a little pressure from the defense of DejaVu as they move forward to reclaim the archway. And set up here, nice, close and personal. Build up towards the rest of Proxy's ultimate, which, by the way, Niliozu's consistently been in front in these orbital rays, and it's going to come out early in the arch. Now, it's going to end up being just a zoning ult, but look at how much space Hypnos are claiming on the back of that zoning ultimate. And now they're able to pursue. Good speed, able to catch the disengage. And Hypnos are cleaning up on the back of this. I don't think they've dropped a single player yet. I'm not sure DejaVu has had a pick here in Kings. Ah, sorry. That was supposed to be Lars Pop. That was going to be cool. Oh, Lars! Lars! Lars, either you just baited him into Sleek or you gave away Sleek's position. Okay, okay. That was that. Sleek was about to be mad. Oh, that could be a good blade. Maybe not. There were 3 squishies all piled up, but good kill from Chalk. Ooh, Chalk gets shut down the other direction. Bobbing the back here from Hypnos. Orbital Ray, but there's no DPS. It is just a take and 2 supports enough to hold the line here for Xenix. You know, with Terror Surge able to pick up 1, they've got a little bit of hope here for holding the line. Xenix now trying to put some pressure down onto Matriera. About 94 health, roughly. You know, rough estimate. Matriera now down to 2. Backs out of that fight. Xenix has done their work there. Reinforcements starting to show up here for the defense of DejaVu. Couple nice shots out of Gowan. Bob being tossed into the mix. Orbital Ray from Hypnos. Lars just standing right in the thick of it. Xenix was standing in the middle of everybody, just not taking any fire. They were trying to focus down, I don't know, Bob, the backline. Xenix will eventually get their due, and Hypnos will eventually get their point. Nice. We're seeing Hypnos consistently get better value out of their orbital rays. 2 huge orbital rays from DejaVu on point me. One buys them the initial choke and a lot of space on the back of it where they're able to out-rotate and catch picks. Second one right in the thick of things enables them to get to the cap itself. 4 minutes now in the bank with a Terror Surge out from Lars. No combo Nate. It just smashes not Lexia back into the spawn. Not Lexa. Did I just call you Lexa or whatever? I'll go with what I say on screen. Oof. And Xenix needs an energy javelin. That one hurt. Shot through the heart. And Lars is to blame. Ow. He dashes down at each other. Ooh. And not Lexa just washes in the corner. Pressure down by Sleek. Walled up. Some sort of bad Edgar Allan Poe poem. Not that the Cask of Amontillado is a bad poem, just that like it's like bad in nature. It's vicious, dark. Gonna have a bad time, okay? It's not even a poem, it's a short story. But still, you get my point. Only because of me. Hey, you know what? Apparently everybody agrees. Sleek carry. Sleek carry. The aura is too powerful. The aura of this camera work is too powerful. I don't know what to do with it. Actually sticking with the Widowmaker? Ooh, okay. A lot of time to catch up. Oh, it's like with a great early pick. Didn't even see how that one happened, but Sleek's in deep, so perhaps in theater got underneath. An inside man. A spy in the network. And 40 seconds off the clock. Got one sticking with this Widowmaker. Oop. Nothing just yet. Once again, we're seeing a 3-2 split. Sleek gets overwhelmed this time. That just is a 5-1 beat down in the corner, and Shaq goes up to the high ground. Here comes everybody from DejaVu. Proxy finds kill number 2. This is a 5v3. Forcing Matriera out of the window. Ooh. And great focus fire to force them out of the map. least for 10 seconds. I agree, Bo. I agree. Bo says that was a nice shot. Hey, what's up, Looter? I'm doing fantastic. How are you today? Happy Monday. I hope this is the start of a wonderful week for you. Start of a beautiful friendship. Uh-oh. I thought Goblin was going to hit that, and I just, like, straight missed the best shot in the series. And Chero was lucky that shot wasn't fully charged, and Sleek was able to come into the back, pick up that kill. Ends up being a trade, though, as Czech and Zenix are able to move forward. Kind of flipped this map a little bit. Running into the pub. Zenix is looking a little overwhelmed. Stuck into a corner. Oh, nobody puts Zenix in a corner. But the Czech gets put into spawn, unfortunately. Zenix going in looking for a little revenge, but Pingu has the rally. The rally may not last. That rally just goes down in a heap. Both of our teams kind of back it up to their respective corners a little bit. DejaVu able to get a little bit of space here. I don't know how much. They'll temporarily get bookstore, but the only other Zoo coming back with the orbital. Once again, I didn't see Notlex's. He deflected Juno healing. What's up, KDM? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Looter. Here comes the blade. Oh, that's almost got slept. Or what did I say? This is not even a sleep. What do I mean sleep? What did I see there? Somebody had a pull the little pistol out animation that just flashed in my head of Sleep Dart as I was like glancing back and forth between the blade and the chat. Hey, you know what? Fingers crossed for you, KDM. Fingers crossed that you get Ball gets a buff tomorrow. Getting Sleek Aura in chat. All right. You want some Sleek Aura? We'll show you some Sleek Aura. Pingo, who's already come up with first blood here in this fight. And Zenix, once again, with their back against the wall. Seems to be a commonplace for him here in this matchup. Hypnos win another fight. Less than 3 minutes to go. Swap into a cast. Deadeye is now ready to go, but here comes the Bob the other side. Here, let's just stick the camera on the wall. That's great. That's good job, Jeff. Amazing. Hypnos able to buy some space with that. All right, here comes the speed ring engage. Orbital ray thrown in over the top. Aimed directly back at the subway to try to combine it down. Woo! And Lexa and Czech will get that pick. Chalk. Y'all let me know, is it chalk like chalk but without the L? Or is it chack like snack? It's going with the Deadeye. Speeding in. Oh, Lars coming right back out, but opts not to go for the Deadeye. Jav spins into the back line to throw down, nothing. Slick threw it out of blade. It was actually Zenix with the ultimate. Lars wasn't quite ready for it yet. Terra Surge now coming out here from Lars on this point. Rally in from the other direction. Ooh, Lars trying to pin Notlexa into the corner. Goblin's return on a Tracer of all things here with less than a meter to go. Just get back into this fight off of the Cassidy. Taking some shots in the back. I believe that's Major Air who's worked onto that outside. Does end up getting not that pick, but a pick on Alexa instead. And this defense is going to hold. But man, what a brawl. Less than a meter to go. DejaVu gets stopped shy. And I thought with Gawain's opening pick onto the support, it might have been just the edge they needed. But here we go. One last chance. Try to keep moving through Kings. Sleek down. Good start with the orbital ray over the top. Bob is pushed off the point. Ooh, got to contest with 21 centimeters, but it is forced away. Forced back into spawn, or at least into the pocket of the ash. Or wherever Bob goes when, you know, Bob's not working. I guess every Omnic needs a day off. Imagine Bob's like just lounging around and enjoying some delicious beverage, sitting in a lounge chair, and suddenly just gets yanked in out of nowhere, summoned to work. Ooh, Slick with a good pick off screen onto Gawain to control the flank. Now all guns pointed at the front line. And look at the aggression. This Hypnos pushes way out. The NS comes in from Gawain to show up respect here. 47 seconds to go. Whoop. Chalk coming in from the top. Gawain pushing in through Mega. Sleek wants to go in, control that angle. You can't let Gawain move in underneath your defense. Orbital Ray there on the front line, indicating that Lars wants to get aggressive. Throws down a Terror Surge, finds both supports! Oh no, getting caught out. Lars will turn around and finish off Xenix as well. 10 seconds to go. And Hypnos have put themselves in a prime position to move up to match point. It's just Chuck trying to keep things alive on the objective. Orbital Ray thrown in from the back. Was anybody on the cart? The answer is no. Hypnos take map 2. Now up into OLED. Fantastic map out of Hypnos. They put up a 3-minute time bank and hold. They're on point C. I really see them executing well. One thing I've noticed in that one, where the on control, it felt like the battle of the hit scans was very important there in the engagements. In map 2, it looked to a lot be around the support ults. The support ults playing a big part, and I felt like Hypnos was getting more value out of their support ults through that. I mean, through my humble eye test, that's what I caught. I mean, y'all may have caught something different, but it's something I'm keeping an eye on here as we head into map 3, headed into push. Coliseo band out here from DejaVu. As you can tell by one of my favorite map soundtracks that we've gotten here in Overwatch 2. You know the music. We're headed to Runasapi here for round 3. All right, I got a side swap, didn't we? Fix that for you. Doesn't look like to be a whole lot of changes compositionally. We're getting cast from both sides. Not a big surprise. A lot of these fights can get a little bit more in that close to mid-range. If you can get the angles or the start of the fights, the Ashe can work out well. But, might not get as much value and not as capable of keeping the Genji off of your back as well. Slick very capable of keeping the Genji off their back and the Juno, apparently. Comes up with an early 2-piece. Does end up being a 2-for-1 trade. Still favoring Hypnos through this fight. And Lars gives the definitive engagement win with a 2-pair? A 2-piece on the back. A 2-pair. What is this, poker? Salika's hoping to poke him and slash him and cut him down, leading the server in ult charge. Almost already has a blade ready to go, and we're a $112 into this map. 89% into the back line. Has not Lexa low. Chalk is down. Sleek is ready to go. Sleek's just playing on this shallow win, but the bots moved. Look at this. The bots moved all the way around. DejaVu doesn't rotate in time. They give up that objective. Very close objective. The closest checkpoint of any of the push maps, I believe. Fairly confident. 3 for 1 in the window, and Chalk nopes out of there. There's the speed. There's the orbital. And Matriarch with a great position up in that window is able to find 2 kills with that damage boost. Whoop. Yep. You threw the flashbang at your own brick. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Don't shoot the deflecting Genji. Two down in the fight. Sleek is going to go ahead and pull out the blade. Ends up resulting in 1 kill, at least indirectly, maybe. But that is all that's going to happen. It's DejaVu win a much, much needed team fight. Their first here on this map. A lot of, it looks like a lot of meterage picked up, but Runesonic can swing back very quickly, and obviously still a lot of time left in the bank. A blade out of Chalk in the back. Deadeye finds Proxy. Chalk is able to move inside. Oh, doesn't get the kill onto Sleek, though. Sleek's able to dance around it, regroup there with the rally out of Pango, and just continues to push forward. 2 kills here on the chase. Lars is going to pick up 1 as well. Hypnos back in control. Back with close spawns. We're ult available here for DejaVu. Nice dive. Great speed ring focus down onto Lars. And looks like they're able to hold on to all 4 of these ultimates. Though with it, the fight's not going to be clean. They do drop 1. And Sleek's able to stall for a decent amount of time. So I think everybody's going to get close spawns here. Yes, both Sleek and Pingo are back in this fight. Let's see that Sleek and Matriarch. All right. Orbital is in here for both teams. Right in the middle of it. Lars just smash. His goal went down. That's how you use the Terror Surge Orbital combo. You get the healing. You get the damage boost in the middle of it. But this has gotten messy. It's a bit of a bloodbath. And 3v3 here on this point from what I can tell. Elio's in a bit of trouble as Xenix and Chalk are able to chase them down. Which team is that, Maddie? Which team is that? This Lars squad? I'm guessing there's a bit of sarcasm in that. Otherwise, it was Final Offer. If you're genuinely trying to recognize them, they were Final Offer in Season 2. But I'm reading a touch of sarcasm in there. I could be wrong. It's like a guess, Oh, the flank from Matriarch there with the Bray to back him up. Oh, and they get the Deadeye in as well. The Pain Sandwich. Oh my, it's a buy one, get one here in Pain. Available only on Mondays from Hypnos. Chalk moving up to that high ground. Does have blade ready to go. We try to combine this Terror Surge. Woo! Sleek dashed up top. It's actually the Terror Surge from Lars. That's not the combo that Chalk was looking for. Galwin does get just speared and stunned out of their Deadeye. Sleek is able to find two with the Dragon Blade. And Hypnos are just waltzing through Runasapi. Looks like they will claim Portugal for their own. Not to mention the 3-0 in this series. Touching the spawn doors, Galwin's able to sneak through the pack. It's back to the point. Xenix as well with the ultimate. Finds one with the Terror Surge, but an Orbital Ray on top is just healing abound. Hypnos with the GGs and the 3-0. Congrats as they take this one today. Moving up to 3-0 on the series. Or on the season, excuse me. Sleek and Meiji are both the great series. With a great series. And I was talking about, that I didn't remember Sleek being on this previous roster that we were looking at. And if it's a name change, y'all let me know. But, whew. Well, otherwise, if it's an addition, that is what a hell of an addition here to Hypnos headed into season 3. As they kind of moved into this new squad, all those players that played under final offer from season 2, donning a new cape here, donning a new look, and coming out stronger than ever from what we can tell. I mean, it was a 3-map sample size, but it's a hell of a 3 maps there for Hypnos. Get that 3rd point on the board.